There we go. Welcome to Coffee Time, ladies. We are putting in the chat our links to whatever you need help with today. Abby says she needs LinkedIn recommendations, and she has her link in the chat. So please click on that link and go leave her a recommendation. Either words, or if you have a video that you want to share with people, because she can utilize videos in LinkedIn as well. Don't know if you ladies know that, for recommendations. And again, under a minute, videos, number one.
I have a question.
Dar, what do you need? Let's see. Google reviews. Dar needs Google reviews. Jocelyn, what do you need, my dear?
I have a question actually.
Yes.
So I've been asked to give a LinkedIn recommendation, and when you go on there, it asks you in what relation, right? Like what, not relation, but what,
Yes.
like
Yes.
what
I know what
is
you're
like
talking
that?
about.
You know what? It's not relation, but it's like, how do you know? Like, did you work with this person? Did you take this person? And sometimes it's not even that I fall under any of those, right? So it's like I don't know how to give the recommendation when I actually didn't actually pay for services. Like, so I did an energy exchange, for instance. So somebody gave me basically a really good review of my website, right? Gave me pointers, and I did an energy healing. Okay, but I didn't know how to even go on LinkedIn to give her a recommendation because I
Okay.
didn't fall
So
under any of
number
that.
one, that is a paid, because you paid each other. It could have been a trade, but you're still paying each other.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So get that. And then
Okay,
that's hard to wrap around your brain sometimes, but you still had monetarily exchanged in
okay,
time. And
okay,
then I know what questions you're asking about. And most of the time, it's the one that says that you worked with someone in the same
okay.
atmosphere or environment, something like that. Usually it's going to be that one. Because let's say you're going to leave Abby a LinkedIn review. You may have never exchanged money, you may never traded anything, but you hear Abby talk all the
Yes.
time.
So how
And
do I do that?
exactly. So you're still working with her in
Okay,
an environment.
okay,
Even though you didn't pay, she's always giving advice back and forth to each other.
okay. Right,
So
right.
remember that. And no, those questions can be
It's
very,
very hard because I don't know which one to put. And then it's like, okay, well, then am I lying? And that person's gonna see that. And I'm like, that's not what I meant. Like, and it's like, oh my God. You know what I mean? It's like I get in my
exactly.
head about it.
People will ask me to give them a review that I've never seen, I've never heard, and
No, I would
I
not.
will not,
No,
because that's
no.
my reputation.
Yes.
That's your
Yes.
reputation.
Yes.
For example, I am always, the other day, someone was having issues with their computer crashing. And the first thing I said, here is Abby's phone number. Call her. Now, I don't know if she called her or not, but I gave her a recommendation because I know Abby's going to take care of her. I'm not going to send her to someone that I've never ever seen or heard for computer, because I don't know what they do. I don't
Yep.
know what, I just will not. And I know people contact me and say, well, I'll leave you a review if you leave me a review, but I don't know you. Who are you? Why are you calling me? Why are you reaching out to me?
Hmm.
So be very careful, ladies, because to me, and others may say something different, and I get that. But for me, that's my reputation. And if you don't have your reputation, you have nothing when it comes to your business.
Yep.
So all right, Dar needs Google reviews. Google. Okay, what does Jocelyn? I'm not seeing Jocelyn or Dr. Lawanis. Jocelyn, what do you need?
Guess Google reviews would be good too for my business.
Can you leave me a
Yep.
link, your Google link in there, please, in the
If
chat?
I
And
can
help me
find, how
find
do you
LaDonna.
find that? I never like people
Oh,
ask me for that,
okay.
and it's like,
Oh, this
how
is
do I
great.
find that? That would be
I
easy.
love
Then I
it.
can actually give it to somebody.
Yes, please. Yes, this
Yeah.
is great because somebody else may not know the same thing that watches this on recording. So yes,
I
go to
do things by
Google
accident.
My Business
Okay, I Google my business. So
and go to
just
reviews, and it will pop up and ask you if you want to send people um that link, and you'll copy the link and then you can put it. And let me tell you, ladies, if you do not have a document, a spreadsheet, something on your laptops, computers, phones, whatever you use with all of your links, you're missing out on a quick thing. I have on Google, um, I have on Google Sheets, I have all of my links, my link to each event, my link to Google reviews, my link to LinkedIn, my link to Facebook. That way, if somebody asks me for a link, all I have to do is copy, paste, copy, paste. So please, if you haven't already done that, pull you up a Google Sheet or whatever software you use and put that in. Good morning, Shani. We are welcome. We are talking about putting in the chat how we can help you today. Maybe you're looking for Google reviews or LinkedIn reviews or Facebook reviews, whatever it is. Maybe you're trying to sell a ticket. Go ahead and put that in the chat. We're just joyed that you joined us today, Shawnee. So no worries. Did you find it, Jocelyn?
no.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me ask, do you have that pulled up by chance, Abby?
Which
The Google reviews
for
for your on
myself,
yours. Do you have your Google reviews up?
Oh.
I'm about to.
Okay. Can you do that and share your screen, and let's show Jocelyn how to find that link,
Sure.
please?
Sure, I can share it right now.
Shawneen, how can we help you today? What are you looking for?
Um, well, actually, I do have a Google review. The only thing is that, um, I mean, it's up to you guys. If you, if
Whatever you need today. How can
Okay, I mean,
Okay.
I could put my link for Google reviews. The only thing is that, it's up to you guys for because I do it for my products that I distribute. So it's really up to you if you want a free sample or not, and then I could put the Google review. So you ladies, let me know.
Perfect. Can you please put your Google link in the chat, please? And you know what? I did. She sent me the link to sign up yesterday for a free sample, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I placed it. I placed your order this morning. You should have it
Perfect.
sometime after Wednesday.
That's
Thank
great. Okay. So Jocelyn, do you see, okay, so Abby has her Google business up. Now, go ahead and take over, Abby, and show her how to find.
Okay, so the simple solution is up in this top section, which I've highlighted in green, type in the person's business or their name, and then you get this window, the map of where they are if they put an address in. And so you then go down to the center one of three. There's overview, reviews, about. Click on reviews. And so you can actually scroll and see the reviews. But
Mhm.
to write a review, it's right here in the center of that column.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then you just proceed with whatever you want to do.
Okay, now show her how she finds her link.
Okay.
Here.
So what is your business name?
Be bold, authentically you. But I don't think it's set up properly. That's the thing. So
Okay, so I want to say, and I know we've
No.
talked about this. Are people really going to remember the name of your business, Jocelyn, to find you on Google Business? I want you to really focus on if that's the way you want to leave that.
Okay.
I mean, it's really up to you, but I'm just giving you pointers as I always do.
Mhm,
You do with what
mhm.
you want, but are people going to remember your business name or Jocelyn more? Because if I'm going into Google review and I'm looking for you, because I don't know you, but I seen you somewhere and I want to see what all the reviews are. I'm probably not going to remember the name of your business, but I will remember you.
Yeah.
And depending on if I see you on Facebook, you probably don't have it under your business name. You probably have it under Jocelyn.
Yeah, I have my group and I have my name. Like I use both.
And I'm telling you, like, I'm not so on top of it, but I will tell you, like, my husband, for example, if he's going to go buy something or pay for something that he doesn't know about, he is going to go and look at your reviews, period.
Yeah.
He is going, if he needs a new pair of pliers and he's looking for a certain brand and it's not on sale, but something else is, he's going to go look at that review of those pliers to see if they're as good as what he was looking for. So, there's so
So
much to learn on social media, my friends.
on
Okay.
Google, you can do one of two ways. You can add your name and go through the process. As you can see, I hope I spelled it right. There was nothing coming up. But if you're going to the same Google Maps search and you go to the three bars, add your business and go through the process, and you can do your business name and your own name. Do it
I
two
have
separate.
I have that, but it's figuring out. I don't know how to get everything like up and running properly. Oh, a spider. Eee.
Okay, so we're going to do that on another call because
Okay.
I can see that a lot of people need help with Google
Yeah.
views. So we're going to really search that out. But if you will just go into Google My Business, yours, you will see on their review and you can click review and your link will come up. But yes, let's get everyone's Google My Business up and running properly, easily, because that is so important. And I have someone working on my Google business right now, full steam, because so many things are moving in my business. I want people to know what they are. So Shawneen, do you have on Google like all about your free samples? Do you have product reviews? Do you have pictures of your products? If there's anything on sale, do you have that sale on your Google review? Dr. Lawana, this is the perfect time for you to put up anything you're doing or your journaling time, anything, your inspiration thoughts about journaling, anything like that. Abby, all your classes should be on there. Dar, pictures of your cards should be on there. I mean, there's so many things. And I was not aware until like 3 months ago that frequently asked questions, you should have at least 10 of those on your Google My Business profile. Did not know that. How many of you know that? How many of you have it on there? Yes. At least 10 FAQs on your Google so that people can know, that way they don't have to reach out to you for those things that they may ask. You know, it's just powerful how much Google My Business has grown. And Jocelyn's about to throw her hands up in the air. So, all right. So, I want to go ahead because we've spent a lot of time on Google. That tells me we need to have a day, an hour that we spend on going over Google reviews. So I will get that scheduled very soon for our members. For the next 25-ish minutes, I want to turn it on over to Abby now. Abby is our speaker for the day. Abby, take it away.
Well, I read the post that you did, and I thought it was great. And so I came up with some stuff about personal growth and business development, professional development. That's basically what you were talking about. And I've got a few tips that I used for developing my business. So we'll start off with the personal growth strategies, and some of the stuff you already know or already do, but some of the stuff, really worked. These really worked for me. So embrace your growth mindset is number one. To believe that you can develop your abilities through your hard work. Then there's set clear goals, defining certain measurable and achievable goals, and review them frequently to adjust them. They'll always need adjusting. And then practice self-care. That is very important because it gets you in the right direction of being the right posture, the right presentation, the right way to engage with the self-care. That could include doing meditation, activities that relax you, and so on. Then learn continuously. I am learning every day about various topics. Turns out that it is my nature to be a researcher, online researcher. But the point being is research the topics you need to know about, whether it be by reading books or like I do research online, attending workshops, listening to podcasts. I don't do the podcast too much, but there are people that would learn more from podcasts. I actually learn from TikTok about tech. Go figure. This broadens your knowledge and also keeps you engaged and inspired. Set up your step out of your comfort zone. I did that just simply by being on network marketing, be going to events, and standing in front of the group. And the more often we do it, the better we'll get at it. But to not do things to increase your comfort level is just going to keep you set back. So you have to jump into these things and just go ahead and do it. You might be bad the first time. You might think so, but you might still get a lot of good response from it because you're being genuine. And then for professional development tips, enhance communication skills. Strong communication is vital to any profession. Work on your verbal and written communication to improve interactions with colleagues and clients. So taking advantage of AI to, especially when you're not a writer, to get you going in the right direction. And eventually you'll get used to it. You'll get used to writing your own because you always have to modify the AI to give that improved communication. And then network efficiently. Of course, we are all on networking, but there's networking in live scenarios. There's networking at a fair, have a table at a fair and network that way. There's all kinds of different ways to network and improve your interaction with your colleagues and clients. develop leadership skills. That is another step. Regardless of your current role, focus on developing leadership qualities. This will prepare you for future opportunity and enhance your influence within your organization. Doing the networking is going to be a step in that direction to help you go forward. And then maintain positive attitude. You've always seen me with a positive attitude. Dar and I were just talking about the positivity that I've been portraying of lately, not just in online, but in the home. And that is very important. But we also have to keep in mind, we have our off days, but we want to keep the presentation online to be positive, because that gives you a better leadership skills, and everything I've talked about leads to improving all of these things I've talked about. And then one additional tip, final tip, is time blocking. What you have to do is look at what activities you have, whether it be administration, accounting, or bookkeeping, social networking. Make a list of all of them, and then decide how much time it takes for each. And basically, in short, a quarter of my time is administration and related stuff. And a quarter of my time is actually doing work. And a quarter of my time is doing the networking, whether it be online or in person. And that leaves me with a quarter time. This is all business time, by the way. This allows me to have some flexibility to put somebody in on my calendar at a short notice. But the idea being is, when you have the time block, you have your personal stuff, your business topics, your networking, your actual work that you do with people. You have all these different things to time block, and use different colors that suit you to remember that, oh, that's a potential client, or this is a client, or, this is network marketing, or this is in-person marketing, network marketing. So you colorize, and that way you have at a glance, oh yeah, I've got that coming up. And it makes it easier to maintain the professionalism and it just melds into everything I've talked about. So I'm open to any questions, and that's it for now.
That
Uh,
was a lot of tips, Abby. A lot of tips, a lot of great tips that I hope everyone, you wrote something down that really inspired you to say, oh, I need to do more of that.
I kept a lot of things out on purpose because I didn't want to take an hour to talk.
Yes, because you can on the topics that you talked about. You could probably talk an hour on each one of those topics very, very easily, because they're all a must to have a
Mhm.
successful business. If
Yeah.
I have to pick one out of all those things that I find the majority of my coaching clients, people that I run into on different summits and workshops and platforms like this, is time management, or as Abby said, time blocking. So many people don't get it. They don't know how to do it, or even more often, they just don't take the time to do it. But if you do your time blocking as your day goes, it takes no time to do it. It's with seconds. For example, now everyone does not believe the way LaDonna does, but this has worked for me for 35 plus years. When I used to use a paper calendar, and then I went to a notebook calendar, I went to a desktop calendar, and on my desk, I'm talking before computer screen calendars. And then my daughters and my husband finally said, sit down, we're going to teach you how to do this on your laptop and your phone. Because I really didn't know how to do it at one time. You know, we have to learn it. But, example, I had not one, but two post-op doctor appointments yesterday. Well, right in the doctor's office, what do? They set you up for the next appointment. No, I don't take the appointment card because I will not remember to put it on my calendar later. I did it right there and then. This is the day, this is the time, Dr. Dude. Date, time, Dr. Richmond. I put it down on my calendar right then and there. It took seconds. But if I would have waited and done it today or tomorrow or next week, I may have 30 appointments now I have to put in. Now it's going to absorb all of my time. Do it as your day goes. And let me tell you, color coding is key. That is something I just recently, when I say recently, in the last year learned. Google has a color coding system, the Google Calendar. That's what I use. And if Google Calendar does that, probably other calendar sources does it as well. Like if it is one of the membership, like Coffee Time, it's color coded in that color that I chose. Coffee Time, anything, my membership, if it has to do with my membership, it's all one color. If it's a new client, it's all in one color. Because I want to know, is someone booking an appointment with me for my coaching program, or they just want to get to know me? Those are color coded because I have it set up in Google. When someone wants to set an appointment with me, is it a get to know me? Or is it a coaching client? Or is it a client that wants to talk about coaching? You know what I mean? A prospective client. So color coding is key. And I believe that there is only one me, because God only created one me. So I cannot have a personal calendar and a business calendar and a mama calendar and a wife calendar and a mommy calendar, because there's only one me. Everything is on my one calendar, because if you're not, you're having to connect all these calendars together, and there's more options where something may not work correctly. And Google doesn't always work. I'm going to give you a prime example. I looked the other day and I had Coffee Time, but Abby had also put on there that she wanted an appointment with me during that time, and Google let her do it. And then I'm yelling at the team, what did happen to my Google Calendar? Because somehow it didn't link that I had something going on. So it can mess up. So pay attention to the calendar days in advance, and also to the emails. Because if someone sets up an appointment with you, you always get an email on that as well. Because I've had it sometimes where it doesn't even register that Dar wanted an appointment with me on Monday, and she said it, but it's not on my calendar, but I received an email on it. And let me tell you why. Because sometimes you lose internet for one reason or another on your phone. Maybe you put it in on your phone, you put in an appointment, but it didn't register on your desktop, Google. Because it is communication, guys. And I tell people, what is my motto, Dar? If it's not on my calendar, what? I've said, unmute. Unmute, my friend. Dar knows it. She's heard it a million times.
Right? Okay. If it's not on the calendar, it ain't gonna happen.
That's right. It's not going to happen. It does not exist. Because I look at my calendar the night before I go to bed to see when my day has to start. And then I look at it all during the day and I go by my calendar, step by step, step by step, step by step. And sometimes my calendar is so full and I don't know why in the world I let it happen, because I get to control my calendar, but sometimes I get carried away. I don't block off my time that I need to take the dogs out, that I need to rotate the laundry. My potty breaks, the dog's potty breaks. Hey, LaDonna must eat breakfast and lunch or she's crabby. I forget that. Block out time for that so no one books time during that time. I still struggle with self-care, which Abby talked about. Self-care, eating breakfast, eating lunch, going for your walk, going to the gym, going to get your nails done, whatever it is, block it out on that calendar. Darn, I've spent a lot of time talking about calendars one-on-one, about, you know, blocking out that time. I have very bad, critical pain from fibro. If I don't get up and move these old bones every once in a while, I feel the pain. Because keeping my bones going it helps with my pain. So, all right, who else has a question about what Abby talked about? She said a lot, so we should have lots of questions or comments or concerns. Jocelyn, I can feel your head spinning, so tell me. I can feel it.
It's just, yeah, I know it's a lot. And it's like just a reminder of, when you are doing things, where your headspace is at, right? And if you're fully present or not, right? So it is a lot to like absorb,
I love
like you
that, your
said.
headspace. I love
Yeah.
how you say it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had to say it. Go ahead. What else, Jocelyn?
No, that was it. Basically, just like,
Okay.
yeah, like the headspace is really key sometimes on when you're doing things. And even the other day, like I got so much in my head that I needed my accountability partner on the phone just so that I could like on the call, just so I could push send on the stupid email, right? But that's like, sometimes you get so wrapped up in your own thoughts that you need that. And she's like, just push the damn button, Jocelyn. I'm like, okay. Right. And it's like, yeah, my headspace wasn't there. So I needed that extra push. Right. So I'm grateful that I do have her, pushing me when I need that little extra shove. Right. Which was all
Yes,
good. Yeah.
absolutely. And also, for me, sometimes literally I feel like my entire head is spinning on my neck like a topper, a spin topper, like in the old days. You push it and it spins. That
Yep.
feels like it's spinning because, oh my God, I got an appointment with Dar, and then I've got a meeting, and then I've got to go take the dogs out, and then I need to call the electric company, and I need to pay the bills, and I need to. And sometimes I just have to get up, walk to the kitchen and rotate the dishes and come back, and I am stable again. I am stable again. And that is what I needed. Sometimes it's just going out and setting at the sun and saying, okay, sun, radiate me, lift me up. Because the sun, ladies, for me, it just like clears the cobwebs out of my head sometimes. The fresh sun on your face, even if it's a minute, 2 minutes. Sometimes I'll be driving down the road and my husband will get on my nerves. And I'm like, okay, I need to put myself in timeout before we are at each other's throat. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the sunshine. Listen to the music. Give me 1 minute, just 1 minute. Let me think for 1 minute, or just I don't want to think for the next 30 seconds. Because sometimes that's what I need. Shawnee.
I know one thing I've noticed. Um, I don't want to offend anybody by what I'm about to say, but okay, there's a difference between being a spiritual person and knowing about energy, and then other things. But I've noticed that sometimes, even though and it's weird, and I've realized that sometimes you may want to say, yeah, I want to do this, but it's not going the right way. So then sometimes I take a break. But then what I'm really trying to say is sometimes it's like it's not the right energy for it, and you're maybe not. Same with the mind frame, but sometimes it's like maybe it's just not time to do with somebody, do something else. I mean, I know everybody's different, but sometimes, take notice of that. Like, just take a little notice, like if you're getting frustrated, especially like if you're really this is number one too. Like if you're frustrated and you're really trying to get this done, but you like it. Listen, go take a break. And let me tell you, after that break, whether an hour or two or next day, you're right back on schedule.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So.
You are, yes, girl, you got it. Because let me tell you, and remember, you get to choose what you do, how you do it, and when you do it, and don't let someone push you out of your comfort zone, because once you get outside that comfort zone, it's hard to get back in the right frame of mind. And I am all about, I'll give you an example. A client of mine, she's a new client. She reached out to me every day, day in and day out. It's drama. And finally, I just had to say, I am so sorry. This is not working for me right now. I just had to, because guess what? I am at a stage in my life that if it's not making me happy, I'm changing it. I'm not doing it. Girls, I am not 20 anymore. I am not trying to, I just can't. I just can't make everybody happy. And if they don't have my blood running through their veins, or I love them so much, I just can't do it. Do you ever feel that way? I just can't. I don't want to. I choose no. I choose no to frustration and drama. I just choose no.
Yes, and I've said that to people. Too much drama for me. You need to go.
I didn't blame it on them because that's not nice. I just said this is not right for me. It's not feeling right. It's not, I remember my bubble, only so many people can fit in there. I wanted to be the people that bring stuff to the table, happiness, joy, learning, teaching, inspiration. And everybody doesn't bring that today. Now, next month, next week, next year, it may change and other people move in the bubble and people move out of the bubble. But that is prime real estate. And if you have looked at prime real estate these days, dirt is expensive, ladies. And my bubble has dirt in it. It is prime real estate. And I only let certain amount of people in there. So, no, you have to find that comfort zone. And there are people out there that will try to push you out of your comfort zone. Tell you to go leave a review for someone you don't know. Not doing it. Because guess what? My heart don't feel it. My mind doesn't feel it. But now Dr. LaDonna may be okay doing that. Abby may feel okay doing that, and that's okay. Because they get to run their business the way they want. But I know that Abby and Dr. LaDonna is not going to try to push me to do something out of my comfort zone. If I say, you know what, Abby, that just doesn't jive with me. I'm sorry, Dr. LaDonna. Can you introduce me to SpongeBob SquarePants so I can find out what he's about, who he is, and then I'll be more than happy to leave a review. See, there's always ways to do that. So very good point, Shawneen, and never worry about in this group what you say and how you say it, because we are a tribe that helps each other. So yes. Dar.
I'm actually surprised about the topic she chose to talk about. So she did really well with presentation, considering I don't know how prepared she was before she did it. So anyway, yeah, I had a question for computer, but nothing for this topic because we've both been right on top of stuff like that as much as we can.
That's awesome. And I think what Dar I want to expand on that for Dar. Usually when Abby comes on here and talks, she talks about her business as far as what she does on computers and programs and security. But today she talked about how she runs her business, and that's not usually what she does. And that is for Abby, for all of us, that was thinking outside your box. You know, you do social media, you know, you do Google, you know, you block out time, you know, all of this stuff, but that's not what I usually talk about. But people need to know Abby does more than just bang the keyboard per se, right?
That's right.
Surprising people makes people what? Remember you. Jocelyn is going to remember, man, that's the first time I heard Abby talk like that and about that. She's full of surprises.
To me, she's always about computers.
Yeah, see, even her roommate, even her significant other, even her wife, surprise, you know? So yes, Dr. LaDonna, you're very quiet today, but I can see your head spinning. So tell me, what are you thinking?
You were supposed to notice that my head was
same thing talking and never found it. So
yeah, I'm having trouble finding where to put the review that I wrote for her on here.
Dr.
So I can put it in, but it wouldn't be the same if I put it in here and didn't have her post it if she knows where it goes.
No,
I don't think it'll register. So
the best way to do is go to your LinkedIn and find.
yeah, I'm on her LinkedIn page.
Yeah,
but I don't see anything that says review.
I didn't either, LaDonna. So Abby, the best way to do it is go to your LinkedIn page and ask for reviews and send me one and send Dr. LaDonna, Jocelyn, Shawnee, and Dar that. And everybody else that you know that knows you. That's the best way to do it because I went to your LinkedIn link as well and did not see where to leave a review. But it's easy when you request a review. It's like, for example, my grandson was 16, and when he runs out of money before his payday, he'll say, Mama, can I use your credit card to eat dinner with my friends? And I'll tell him, I do not have time to search for how to do it, so just send me a request. So he'll send me a request for $10 or $20, and then I'll send it to his Cash App. I think it's Cash App he uses. And he has it. So it's the same thing. It's much easier to do that than to go to Cash App, look for him, and then send him the money. And it's similar to that. Dr. LaDonna, do you have any questions about what Abby talked about today, or comments or concerns?
No, but I do like to use color codes like she was talking about. I think it is, I don't know, something about colors that just works for me, but it sets things apart and you know what's what. I try to block out time. It doesn't always work for me because I'll get somebody and say, oh, I really need to talk to you. And then I go, okay. I got to learn how to, when that time is blocked out, not let somebody else come in and take it over.
You know, one thing I learned from someone else that I was talking about, there is a lady that was telling me, and I do it now, is every day I have office time. I have office time to like get caught up on whatever I need to get caught up in the office, or to reach out to connections. But I also, it's that Dar will say, oh my gosh, I need to talk to you really quick. I just use Dar for example. And I could put her in for maybe 15 minutes of my office time.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that way I'm not doing it during my dinner time. Because girls, I work hard mentally, not physically. I do not dig ditches for a living, but I get mentally exhausted by the end of the day. But Big Daddy time is our time. And when he walks in that door at 8:15 Central Time, I have dinner done, ready to eat, ready to go to our recliners, eat dinner, and watch Yellowstone again. Or whatever we want to watch during our time. And then we have our snack and we go night-night. That is my routine. I'm very routine girl. Like I told you before, I follow that calendar. But I have that blocked out. I do not, unless it's something that's just going to change my business overnight, I do not do nighttime. Number one, I'm tired. And number two, that's our time. That's our time. And you have to have our time. If that's you and your dogs, you and your spouse, you at the Pilates, you at the gym, that's my self-care time. You have to block out that time. And he'll tell me sometimes when I overdo it, he'll say, well, where's my time? Where's my time? That's why I started blocking out our time, because it got where his time was always pushed to the side. Jocelyn's saying yes. Have you ever done that, Jocelyn, to your spouse?
Well, it was kind of a joke. We we see each other like a fart in the wind, because it's like woof, like literally, like, and sometimes I work overnights, so even this morning it was like, oh, hi, love you, bye, mwah, and out the, like, it's just, it's making that time, and when we do get it, it's like we enjoy it, right?
But I've lived that life.
Mhm.
My husband and I, we decided we wanted a baby, right? We've been married about 2.5 years. Let's have a baby. I'm like, ooh, do we have enough money? Am I going to get fat? Am I going to, be able to work? I mean, it was just so much. But we had a great sitter. We were in Germany. It was a military wife. She lived on post where I worked. It was great. We come back to the US. I found a sitter that babysit when I lived there a million years before, a grandma. It was great. We had our second baby. That was our oopsie baby. I think everyone has an oops baby. It was not our first, it was our second baby. And that lady, I had to have stop babysitting for us because she would let my mom and dad pick up the baby one day. Absolutely not pick up my children. If it's not me or daddy, you no. That only happened once and she lost because I came from a bad childhood and my children was not going to come from that childhood. It's just a learning curve, but I wasn't going to let her learn on my time with my children, even though I loved her and she treated them well. That was an oops you don't do. It was really hard to find a sitter after that. So you know what we did? I worked days, he worked nights, he went to school during the day. On his days that he went to school, his grandparents watched Misty. That's before the second baby was born. I mean, it was hard. We moved to Texas because of Texas Instruments. Sitters really was horrible. Even at not even home sitters, even taking them to a facility. Again, my husband and I, he worked nights, we would literally walk in the door like this. It's his shift with the kids. I'm out of here to go to work. Just like that. And we did that for many years, but guess what? We don't have to do that anymore. So we don't. We have done what we needed to do as parents. We do as grandparents. We still do the parenting thing. But time for you and whoever it is in your life you want to spend time with, do it. Maybe it's just yourself. Do it. All right. Everyone, look at the camera and let's get a screenshot really quick. Smile. Beautiful. Dar, you had a question or comment?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when Abby and I went on our big trip to Ohio for a Big Macs convention, it was hilarious because on the way we were at a restaurant, sitting side by side each other. We both had our big IMAX with us, and a guy walked by and he goes, "You're not texting each other, are you?" So it was kind of hilarious.
You know what? It happens.
It does.
And you know what? Years ago, because every child, I think, literally, they get born and their parents buy them this, what's it called, iPad or whatever. I mean, my 5-year-old grandson has had one since he's been, I don't know, since he was old enough to hold the dang thing for movies, and now he plays games on it and movies. I can't believe the baby's getting ready to go to kindergarten. But it's great though, as long as you utilize it correctly and it doesn't become the babysitter. But it's great that these kids have this. But it got where even before him, with the other three, we would go to dinner and we're paying like $300 for a family dinner at a restaurant, or maybe we just grilled at home. That's still $100 by the time you buy food and stuff and grill it here at home. And I look around the table and everyone's on their phones or iPads.
Yes.
So we come up with a rule. When I'm with you and we're at the table, all electronics, including mine, are pushed off to the side, because guess what? None of us are heart surgeons. None of us deliver babies. And if anyone has an emergency, guess what? We're all in the same room that we really, real emergencies. My loved ones are with me. So why? It's incredible. It's incredible that we would sit there and sometimes my grandchildren had nothing to say to me. And I'm like, really? Ask me how my day is. Ask me why I'm wearing this shirt. I don't care what you ask me. Just talk to me. Tell me something. Our time in this life, people are forgetting how to talk to each other. Would you agree, or am I on the wrong circuit?
No, you're right.
Agree. I totally agree.
They talk on this dang thing. They talk on the phone. They talk on the iPads. It's crazy. It's crazy that, we don't know each other's phone numbers anymore, because our electronics remembers our phone numbers.
I can't tell you my
daughter's phone number. I know one of them. The other one I have to think about. My grandsons, no idea. No idea what their phone numbers is. But I know in the car, I just say, call Grandboy Seth. Call Grandboy Tyler. It comes up. My phone, I push Grandboy Tyler, Grandboy Seth.
My
And
daughter's in online summer school. She won't even say, because it's French, they call your name out. You're supposed to say here, présent, or whatever. She raises her virtual hand. She doesn't even say présent. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, when I heard that, I was like, what? Like, my whole head just went, ah.
Exactly. We're getting really lazy in my eyes, but I know it's just the generation is changing to think smarter, work less, think more. I don't know, but it's scary. It's scary how my 18-year-old grandson will take more time trying to figure out how to do something easier than it would just to do it. Just go out the garbage. Don't worry about how easier it can be if you do it a different way. So yes, we have a maintenance meeting tomorrow. Oh, Abby, I forgot. So I did not block out that time, my friend, but I do need maintenance, because guess what, girls? I'm getting a lot of pop-ups again for the last 2 months, and I never had them before. Ever since I was hacked in Facebook, pop-ups from McAbee, pop-ups from child pornography, pop-ups from sites I would never, ever dream or have time to go into. I don't want pop-ups for anything. Unless it's a pop-up of a picture of one of my children or grandchildren, my husband, nah, don't care. Now, if you can figure out, Abby, how to get pop-ups from them, I'm all over it. but I don't want any pop-ups and it's driving me nuts. So yes, we'll get with that. Okay, with that said, please save the chat. Please go over to the picture in the chat that I just posted and go to your social media. Tell everyone what you learned from Abby, or maybe what you remembered from Abby, or maybe you picked up a golden nugget from somebody else here today, myself or Dar or Dr. LaWanna or Shawneen, Jocelyn. We talked a lot about Google. Say something about it. Boo Boo says hello. Can you hear her? She was barking.
She sounds cute.
Pomeranian. So yes, and then go to our memberships group in Facebook. Is everyone in our membership group? We had to redo that when I got hacked, and all of the members are still not there. If you don't know about the membership group, if you're not in the membership group, please let me know so we can get you added. Shawneen, you're newer. Are you in the membership group? You
Is
are.
that
Okay.
the millionaire network?
It's a networking expert, LaDonna McAbee. We put
Network
both
expert.
that way you'll pick up no matter what you put in.
Okay,
Yes.
I think I'm in there. I think I'm in
Okay,
there.
good. We want to make sure that everyone's in that group and post in that group. Shawnee, post about your samples, post about your products, post about whatever it is that will help you in your business. I'm not seeing a lot of activity. And that group is there to help you grow and each other grow. It's like, if you're going to offer products and they're quality and they're affordable for my budget, I'm going to buy from Shawnee before I go to Dillard's or Walmart or CVS to buy them. If I need my computer worked on, I'm going to go to Abby before I go to someone else, because guess what? You two are here. You're in front of me. You support my business. You support my membership. I'm going to support you. Dar makes cards. I don't know how many cards I bought from Dar, but it's a lot. Because she's here and she supports me. Yes, we're all leaving. Goodbye. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you next time, ladies. Bye.
Bye.